Attention, please stand at ease.
Easy.
If you are sitting down, grab some beer or grab some water
Easy.
or grab some candies. You know what I mean? Grab something, man. I want to you, man. Yeah, man. Because already the general is ready. Mr. Omari Lawrence is ready.
Easy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, Badda, we're live on 4 radio stations across the country right now. We're live in Accra, the capital. We're live on 99.5.
Easy.
In Kumasi, Ashanti region, we're live on 98.5.
Easy.
In Cape Coast Central region, we're live on 100.3.
Easy.
In the Northern region, Tamale, we're live on 99.7.
Easy.
Oye Deh.
You don't see it? So the whole Ghana listen to we right now, Badda General. Badda,
Yeah.
when it
Oye Deh.
come to Badda General, I know Badda General so well because long time I deal with Badda, but I know that others in the other regions don't know about Badda. So let's take it from the scratch. And this particular song, My Journey, Badda, from when the man starts sing, I can say Lagazee was there. You understand me?
Yes.
And Lagazee was monitoring. And one thing I recall, and that day I was listening to Sound Chat Radio when Ninja Crown said, "Oh, who that? Badda General, him now go make it. Fraggy now I make it." You understand me? So sometimes I listened to that show and I heard what he said. And today when I look at how far you have come as an artist,
Easy.
I give glory to the Most High Father. You see me?
Easy.
And
Yes, sir.
all this message is in this particular song, The Journey. Badda General, you're welcome to Asaase Radio.
Easy.
Oye Deh. What go on, my boss?
Yeah, man, everything good, man. What about yourself?
Yeah, man, I'm there, man. I go and do the right thing. You see me?
Definitely, Badda.
Yeah.
All right, so Badda, let's take it
Yes.
from this angle. Before we even talk about how you grew up, where you grew up, where you were born and all that. COVID hitting. And when COVID hitting, every artist was like, a lot were suffering. You understand me? Some people were like, oh, let's go into farming and all that kind of thing. How was it like for you as an artist?
Well, as an artist, I really can't complain because that was 2020 was the year that introduced me upon a level musically as an artist. You know what I mean? So when everybody else was going through a rough time, I was really doing really great because there was a lot of online clashes going on, and I rose to prominence that year with custom dub plates for the online things, and you know what I mean. So it was a very good year musically for me. Now, personally, you know, I lost people, you know what I mean, close to my brother and thing, you know what I mean, through COVID. So I mean, it was kind of bittersweet. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
All right.
But all in all, I'm not really complain. You know, life is good.
All right, we give thanks. Life is really good. All right, so let's talk about Badda General now, where you were born. You understand me? You know, where you were born, how you grew up. How was it growing up like?
Well, I was born in Montego Bay, Jamaica. They call my city the second city, you know what I mean? It's very on and popping, especially now musically, you know what I mean? But at the time, everybody had to go to Kingston to bus. But can say as a little youth, born and raised in Montego Bay. I born come see my father with sound system. So from a born, music in my blood, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I started, so it was so natural to me that even my father was like, it's amazing stuff that I start doing at 3 years old, and maybe even before, like just selecting and, you know, entertaining grown people and playing the music the way how my father looked at me like, how you even do that? Like, blend music together. At this time we are talking about early out.
Mm-hmm.
Where 2 turntable wasn't even a thing, but I actually grew up just, you know what I mean, just listening and taking to things. Music was the first love, so that was a natural thing, and the transition was amazing because in no time after that, I Badda, well, Froggy at the time, just boss.
Mm-hmm. All right.
As youth.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Froggy in those days as a young youth, as a young youth, selecting and at the same time going to school. What age were we talking about? At what age was that?
Well, Lagazee, to tell you the truth, from the day I know myself, like I can remember, as far back as I can remember, I've been a selector, and I mean, so it has always been music and school. But at the age of 14, I got hired by the #1 sound system in our region at the time. Easy. And one of the top 4, top 5 sounds in Jamaica.
Wow.
So, as a little youth at the age of 13 going 14, I was, and to make that transition from to the top sound, you know, you have to go through the ranks. So I was playing a lot of sound before that. But that sound, with my style, and at the time, as a 14-year-old, I already did have a big man voice like this already, you know. So, yeah, I used to, you know, as we enter and as we move, and so on, the whole dancehall Jamaican 90s style, and lock the place, Lagazee, man. Lock the place left, right, and center.
At the age of 14?
At the age of 14, I am one of the biggest selectors in Jamaica. You know?
Hey, jeez!
Not just in my city, you know. In Jamaica, I'm sparring musically with the Stone Love, the Metro Media, the Inner City, the Gemini, the Kilimanjaro, every single sound in Jamaica. Me and them, I war them, you know, as a little youth, you know. I beat them up, you know. I fight them up. Because them time, them cross like Bounty Killer.
Zing, Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
Yeah, so them time the Lagazee, if you just say something offensive, you don't even have to be super offensive.
Yeah.
Because the song that I was playing at the time was called Pieces Music.
Okay, Pieces Music.
Pieces was one of those songs that full of dub plates and have every song's on dub. Every song that you hear on the radio, we have it on dub. So even if me and you play and it's like a regular party and it's supposed to be like juggling.
Yeah.
And you play your last song and you said, next sound. Next sound? How we are called next sound? Straight war. Straight war, Lagazee, me kill off everything them time. So through that, I know composed I was at the time, making speeches and saying things, and I used to even at one point play the song by myself because I got so good, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was amazing to a lot of people to see a little youth, a little pitney, little kid playing a big sound by himself, clashing with the Rories and the Sky Juice and all these big names and giving them hell.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a good time, and after wake in the morning and go to school and go back to dance hall in the night. I think to give you a joke. Mm-hmm. When my high school that I was going found out that Omari Lawrence is the guy by name Froggy, they could not believe, you know.
Wow.
Because I did not bring that image to school because I was always a well-attended student, well-attired student. I was always in the top class. I was good at academics. I'm good at schoolwork. I was great at schoolwork. I was in the top class. You know what I mean? So I did not mix my school and the whole dancehall vibe. So what blew the lid off? What blew the lid off everything and make everybody know that Froggy, that guy that is popular as a selector. I remember these kids can't go to dances, you know. Even though, so them I hear the name and hear the voice and the cassettes, but don't know who it is.
Yeah.
So I'm just a famous guy amongst my without them knowing it was me. You know? So I had this clash with Stone Love coming up, 1992. And at the time, Billy Slaughter had just started catch fire, like go up on Stone Love and start to catch a fire. And they put us up in the papers like a boxing match.
Yeah.
So it was this big old picture with me in the paper and him, like Stone Love new shooter and Pieces shooter, we both go at it.
Wow.
So that's how everything broke out. So when I went to school that morning, I noticed everybody had a paper and everybody's looking at me funny and like, yes, it's him. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So when I reach where my friends are, and them I say, yo, Froggy, you know, tell me, say, yo, Omari, I can't believe it. Everybody was excited and be like, then the principal called me to the office and was like, hear that I am the guy and saw me in the papers and and I thought he was going to be mad, but he was trying to solicit Pieces to come play at an event at my high school. He was like, yeah, but you have the link. Hook me up, man. I need Pieces to come play at the school. At the time, I'm like, oh my God, if Pieces play at this school, it's going to be over. By that, I am the most popular youth in the school because I am like a star, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in the papers and all that.
This time 15 or so. You know, man, I run the place, man.
Yeah, man. So in 1992 now, with you and Billy Slaughter now, how did that end?
Yeah, all the class to go. Pieces down, chip out, breakdown. I don't know what happened at that time. I think people used to go around and pin your wire. I don't know if it's a thing in Ghana or in Africa, but back in the 90s with the wires and thing, what they do is bring little pins put it through the speaker wires so that it short out the amplifiers and everything would have burn up. So I think that happened to Pieces that night. We couldn't play. We had to turn off our sound. But then Billy Slaughter, I don't know if he was aware of who Pieces sound was and who Froggy was at the time and Corey and our reputation. But he was like, people, him play a song named Mr. Fix It. If your sound isn't lonely, call someone to fix and Stone Love will fix it and place boss and it's like it was a gimmicks. But he who did the unthinkable. He was like, people, I'm going to invite Pieces to come play on Stone Love sound.
Yo!
I don't know. And I'm like, you're not serious. You can never be serious. And he was like, Pieces, you know, we're not bad mind and machine and man-made and come bring your songs over and bring your dub box over and come play on Stone Love. We play. Oh my God. Laga.
Yeah, man.
One single time the man them make a play. Originally the argument was we play like half hour on the sound. 1 half hour. Me shell out the whole place that time.
Yeah.
This is the time now.
I couldn't find Michelle.
Sing the Snow.
Yeah.
The white virgin from Informer.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
That was like the biggest dub plate.
Yeah.
Biggest song.
Yeah.
Nobody had it on dub plate, but Pieces had that dub plate.
Selassie.
So, and that dub plate was Snow and Panhead in combination. I'm saying that I don't know if they put thought into it and know what they did, but Pieces come in and when we drop the Snow, you know, Informer, you know, the Pieces in at the same place. They've never make a playback, and since that, the relationship was not so good because I'm going with myself, you know.
See?
Yeah, man, as a little juvenile. And that was one of the first, like, highlights. Big highlight. It was Pieces versus two. And it was not even supposed to be a clash. But because music, you know, we don't even have to throw words, but just drop songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great look.
Wow.
At that time.
Wow.
Crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Asaase Radio and one-on-one with Badda General. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
in the early days known as Froggy.
Crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the man kill every sound.
Yeah, man, I give thanks, man. I every sound feel my hands, man. And
Yeah,
believe
man.
me, and I'm not here saying that I never lose, you know.
Definitely.
Remember, say them beat me up to Squingy beat me up, Trooper beat me up, Panther beat me up, Mataran beat me up. But I beat them up too. So it's not like I'm here saying that I won every single clash.
Definitely.
But you know, I would say I win more than I lost, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So how was the transition like moving from Jamaica to America? You know, when did that happen?
I started traveling in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I traveled, I came here. The first time I come to America is 1997. And when I came, I was like, kind of like the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Feels different. It feels good. And then the opportunities, when you came, it seemed like it was endless, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So from them time, I start scoop out the place. I did a couple more years before I made the official transition.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you know, I left Pieces and started my own sound in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Squad now became this powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a little while. So maybe about 2004, I permanently moved
Mm-hmm.
because of health reasons, of course, with my wife at the time. She was pregnant with my son.
Mm-hmm.
My wife, still my wife, because she's still my wife here.
All right.
When she was pregnant with my son, and she was being like sick, morning sickness really bad. So I had to just, you know what I mean, permanently just make the move,
Mm-hmm.
which I do not regret. It was one of the best moves ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it allowed me to venture out into different things. Because by then, you know what I mean, I have home and house and space and start make studio and buy equipment. So it really is a great move. Was a great move.
Mm-hmm.
And I look on it
Mm-hmm.
at the grand scheme, you know?
Definitely. So I'm getting 1 and 2 questions over here on our Facebook. I would like to say big respect to FA Watcher all the way from the UK. He said Badda General is still killing sounds with customs. All right.
Yes.
Edward Ohinijan of Nexus Sound System says, Lagazee, ask him, how did he get on World Clash?
World Clash, it was solely my talent, you know, because Irish and Chin was tracking my career since Pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But we did, because remember, Pieces was one of the active sound clashing sounds in the 90s. Active.
Mm-hmm.
We clash with every single, and as I said, it don't even have to be a clash for me to clash.
Yeah, beat up everything.
Just say something shaky, your head gone straight, me shoot off your head clean, me serious. So when we started Mad Squad started, so it's like this, it's like a bomb drop and it just explode. And because Mad Squad sound got really popular in one night. It's like I played at this event tonight.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time I've ever played as Mad Squad was at a party in Mobile for the Wild Bunch, which was a prominent crew, which is a prominent crew still. But these guys are party guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we play at the event. And Lagazee, the amount of gunshot busting at that event when Mad Squad are played. That it's like, it's unheard of. For
wow.
like a new sound just
String
come
up
and make that back. So it's like I played, it was a Sunday night, and by Monday morning, my phone was overheating.
Wow.
Everybody want date, everybody want bookings, everybody bringing deposits, everybody try to lock me. So it's like I started Sunday night for the first time, and by Wednesday, I am fully booked out for the rest of the year.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so you'd have come like, nobody never know of me Sunday. And by the following Sunday, my flyers and posters are all over the city. So it's like we bust so fast. And because at the time we are young kids, what happened was all the college students and the college fetes and banquets and events is us. So as we are playing hip, because I figured that, okay, we're going to corner the business. We're not just coming to clash alone. We are going to do a lot of jugglings and play hip hop and all different kinds. And now I am trying to market my sound not only as a clash sound, but kind of like what a bass this is today. Anything, you book me for juggling, anything. So we are getting so much dates till we start, within no time we have to start double the bookings. Striker go one place, me go the other place. Sometimes we place in the daytime, yes, a night time over there. So 2 dances for the night. You know what I mean? We're just busy. So they saw that and saw the support that we had. And we start, because I know how to clash. So automatically, to tell you that Mad Squad sound was built to clash Sound Trooper. Naturally, me and Striker sit down and come up with this and say, yo, we want to kill Trooper, because at the time Mataran and Lynx was rivals. And we just decided, so we are going to build a rival sound to Sound Trooper.
Why?
So because, listen, I know how to bust in a Lagazee.
Yeah.
I know how to get the attention of people. So I just start, by the first time when I play, I tell you, so the first Sunday night, I sent out a thread to Sound Trooper in my party. Trooper probably don't even know I had a song.
Wow.
Because it was the first time. And let me say, people, all who know, anybody was a Trooper, tell him say Froggy, I look for him to kill him. Anyway, I buck him dead.
Zing.
So
Asaase
like,
radio, the voice of our land.
everybody starts saying, yo, Trooper, Froggy, they look for you, everybody want to kill you. So by the time me and him buck, it was already like a rivalry without we even have a conversation.
Wow.
Because he heard what I said and he stayed where he was an answer. What did I do with them little son? Put in work, nobody don't know yet. So in space of 2-3 weeks, we already hot all about the place.
Yeah.
Getting booking. So it was inevitable. We the half a war.
Yeah.
Our war, and it was we were enough time to man. With Mad Squad. So in space of no time, chin them. Judging said the clash was being held in Montego Bay, the first one that they booked us for. They were there before the sound of the Jamaica World Clash. At that time, Mad Squad sound had the hottest sound. And if you know the business, you would have known that you want the hottest sound that pull the most crowd. And these guys know how to clash. Whether you can win or not, that's not their concern. Their concern is they're trying to book the hot sound to pull the crowd so that the event can be a sold out. Now, we charge them the money. His responsibility is not to tell us that we need to go get ready and voice dubplates. That was our responsibility. So we charge him the money, him agree. And the money that I said to him, I said it to him for him to say no. Because at that time I was so cockatoo, I was like, yo, this amount of hundreds of thousands more, which was, to me, it was the enough money I've ever come out of my mouth. Like for say, I couldn't even imagine me saying that much money. And then when I said it, he was like, okay, yeah. In the grand scheme of things, it's like no money, Because if it was the same clash in America at the time, I would have to get way more money. But because this time, me not start fly out yet for go place.
Yeah.
This just hot. So when I said to him that I wanted, I think at the time it was like 300,000 Jamaican or something to that, some weird number. I expected him to say no. And he was like, okay, so where do I meet with you to give you a deposit?
Wow.
I mean, I'm a virgin, I look at each other like, what we do? Because we said this money for him, said no.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah.
Yeah.
History of a world clash. First time go around.
In which year was that?
2003, I think. I remember my son start 2001. So by 2003, remember it's April 2003. So by 2002, I am booked for World Clash few months down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me like a year.
Mm-hmm.
We was not rich or nothing, so it's not like we was loaded with, but we was loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. But we did not voice foundation at the time. We was just, at the time, I tell you, Lagazee, I wasn't thinking dub for dub. Because all my thing is, you are not going to make it to dub for dub. You know? So I don't need all this old music.
Yeah,
Me, I got before dub for dub.
definitely.
But, you know, it's good to build a foundation because sometimes you plan it and it not work out and you end up a dub for dub. And what do? You have to have some, you have to have some dub.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. But we reached the world class because of just the impact that we came out with, and it was like over. Now looking back at it, it was like your bus so big for a country sound. It's like a bass of this bus or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cataract came out. That Adonai, one of them big bus,
Mm-hmm.
ended up and fully loaded. We were playing at every single major event
Mm-hmm.
in Jamaica at the time.
Wow. Wow.
And think about it. We were classed as country youths. So it's like you're coming from the country going to the city. Which our city is a city, you know, but all people from Kingston think everywhere else is country. So
Yeah, man.
I would done every time, like almost so often every week.
All right.
Playing at every major event, at every club, at Tivoli Gardens with Dodos. Like everything. We are playing at everything that is like every big thing.
All right. So 26 minutes going into the R2 here on Asaase Radio. Exactly 3 p.m. we'll be out of here. We're having one-on-one with Badda General. And he is telling us how he started in terms of, he was a sound man from the beginning. And we are now going to step into how he transitioned into being a singer.
Yes.
He has killed a lot of sound systems in terms of clash and all that. And still, his dubplates are doing magic.
Yes.
My God. Yo, I don't know, but you don't want to hear some of the customs he's done for other sound systems. You don't want to hear that on the radio. Please.
No. These are not radio friendly. These are yes, straight gunshot business in a dubplate style for kill sound systems, you know.
Definitely.
Ammunition.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, Badda. So before we step into how you transitioned into being a musician and all that, let me ask this final question on sound system. Before, like how you were playing pieces and you left pieces to go form your own sound in 2001, that is Mass Squad. Now,
yes.
Before you move from your like pieces to Mass Squad, were you now planning in terms of, were you cutting dubs in secret for Mass Squad, or how were you doing it? Because you started a sound Sunday and the following Monday morning you boss. So
yeah, here it is. We leave pieces February 2000. February 2001. I remember this. The last dance I played was Pieces versus Black Cat in Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland, and that's the last dance. We won that dance, and then I locked Pieces dub box and I never opened it back again. That was February. I gave him his dub plates back in I think it was April, because I was in the US for a little while. And the first dub we cut was that week before the last dance. We went to New York and we voiced Ed Robinson. Knock, knock, knocking, and that dub.
Yeah.
That's our first dub.
Wow.
So we voiced that dub in Ed Robinson. We voiced 3 Ed Robinson dubs. That was the first dub. And we voiced a Pad Anthony dub. So our first dub plate was Pad Anthony, Ed Robinson. And that was February. All right. So we left and went to Jamaica. So we can say a week before my last dance, we voiced the first Mad Squad dubs.
Wow.
It was not a thing that we was voicing, but to tell you the truth, the first time we played as Mad Squad was July 2001. So from February, we have March, April, May, June to get all of this together. So we spent all those months
Cutting
getting
those.
everything, buying records, putting the record boxes together, cutting dub plates, just making sure that we're juggling, spend a lot of money on records, because this time was physical vinyl. So we bought a whole heap of records and voice a whole heap of dubs. When I said whole heap of dubs, the first time we played, we had more than 200 dubs.
Wow. Wow.
But, you know, like Bounty Killer, Assassin, Elephant Man, Beanie, we have everything. Capleton, like we just voice, 3, 3, 4, 4 every artist. So we have 4 or 5 strong rhythms already built. All our rhythms have Bounty Killer, Beanie, Capleton, Sizzler, Elephant, Assassin, Vibes Cartel, Wayne Marshall, Ray, like everything that was at the time. So we come out shooting. So as me tell you, Pieces was the sound that would have done that. Before Pieces, nobody did that. After Pieces now, we did that.
All right.
So you know what I mean? So it's not like we was stacking up before. We just leave the sound and start build with sound.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Zing. Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
31 minutes going into the 2 on Asaase Radio. My name is King Lagazee. I'm having one-on-one with Badda General. General, now let's talk about the transition now. When did that vision step in for you to leave sound system and leave Mass Squad, you understand me, or Real Squad, you understand me, to now be the artist now that now you are touring the place you've I've seen you tour England and some places and all that. You know, how did the transition, how did the vision, step to you that, I have to do this?
Well, we started producing, me and Tarantula, big up Mad Spider Productions, my general Tarantula. We started our label in 2010. The label, we started to produce, and I started to, at the time, me and Deli Ranks spar. Deli Ranks and me there everywhere together. So it's like, if you know Deli Ranks, you know that once you're around him, you're going to have to make a song anyway. So he was the one that basically introduced me to the side of music where recording is concerned. Because I couldn't imagine hearing myself on a record, but then when he basically tutored me how to do it and where to sing from, and he's a man who I'm passionate about him craft, so he's a man who will slap you all in your chest. No, man, you sing from your throat, man. If you sing from your belly and say it out and, you know what I mean, clear, clarity, and so he's a great producer, so, him know if he groom I want. But I had Deli Ranks as one person in at the time when I was producing. And then I became really close with Wayne Wonder. So I had 2 generals. I steered the thing. So that made it really easy. And then I start like how my sound. After a little while, I started to like how my sound. I started saying, oh wait, it can work. And then, you know what I mean, I did this song called Badda. Remember, it took me a little while, I don't want the people to feel like it's easy. We started 2010. In 2019, I think it was, or 2018, I did this song called Badda. On a very hungry day with no money in my pocket. I just wanted to do something to generate a little cash for some dub plate at the time. And I sing Badda. You feel know, say, Brooklyn, man, Badda. No straight go over Queens, because but there's some Badda about Boogie Down Bronx, trust me, there's some Badda. Long Island. Starting me I chat some things, but everywhere Badda.
Yeah.
Hear about Addies, King Addies, Badda, So Supreme, you know that sound. Badda be, so I just did it and call everybody name in it and blast it out on my WhatsApp, and the rest is history. I start get money for dub plates, and I'm like, okay, so this is actually a thing. All right. And because I made that song Badda, my virgin, one of my virgins used to just see me all the while and go, oh, that the Badda boss, Mr. Badda himself. So I'm like, okay, so it have a ring to it. Said it as just a joke, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to use that. So that's where the whole Badda General came from, because I made a song called Badda. And if you go on YouTube and pull up Badda, the song, it is going, the artist name is going to be listed as Fraggy.
Fraggy, yeah.
Yeah, so after that, that's where Badda General was born, and the rest is history. By 2019, I start get serious and learn how to like formulate a real song, verses and rhymes, and try to figure out how to half key, on key, how it works. You know what I mean? With the help of Wayne Wonder, by that time, Wayne Wonder, and me are like peas in a pod, you know, we just got some boom. Everything I send go give him input. No, your half key right here, so okay, you're supposed to say whatever, and walk me through enough things, and then the pandemic hit, and then Badda General just bust. What can I say? You know?
All right, so on my Facebook right now, I'm having a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You understand me? Junior Maestro all the way from Norway, far away, and Junior Maestro is part of Lagazee Sound International.
Oh, Junior Maestro. Oh,
yeah, but so Junior Maestro says, were these dubs pressed on vinyl? What were the prices like back then to get it pressed, if so?
In 2001, remember I was going to studio since the 1990s, early 90s. So but Mad Squad, all of my dub plates when I came out was actual plates. Yeah. And these were, I think it was $3,000 Jamaican at the time, which don't sound like much now, but at that time it was a lot, because talk about you maybe could advise a Capitan for 10,000, but to cut it on the dub is 3,000. So you know, the dub plate is for 3,000. It's your business if you wanted to cut one dub, because them time you had to do 4 dubs, at least 3, because you don't want to waste your money. I'm buy a dub plate and can't full it out. But yeah, we used to do the official cutting. A lot of our dub plates, 99% of our dubs were cut at Arrows recording, dub cutting studio, you know, Arrows. Big up Father Arrows, rest in peace. But that's how we do all our work. So much so that we was, even when the time with World Clash, we locked ourselves in Arrows overnight, you know. The amount of dub we was cutting to go to World Clash, it took us one whole day and one whole night, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, we had to pay the engineer, which is pruning, pay him extra just to, so we stayed at the studio all night. We was just cutting dubs all night. So when I was going to World Clash, if you know the size of a dub plate, it's like, you know how thick it is. I'm going with a whole pile, 500-600 dubs, you know. Yeah, just cut pan special. So in no time, we had to buy a bigger dub box, because the dub box get full, and you know what I mean. It was just a good vibe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, do you still have all those Mad Squad dubs? Do you still have all of them?
Yeah, well, Striker had the dub box, because he's the one that's doing all that clashing thing, you know. I mean, we basically split, but I wish him good, you know what I mean? And hope for the best for him all the time when he come on to Mad Squad, because that is like we're pitney.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Where you create something from nothing.
Definitely. So
Mad Squad, it's there still a going. But the dub box still the same way, man.
All right.
And all of my master tapes them are in my studio right now with all of my set of dubs from them time. Like, we don't lose. We have everything still, man.
All right. So what I want to know from you is, have you ever caught a dubplate for Striker? Because in recent time he's been clashing up and down and all that kind of thing.
Well, me and him no deal, you know. Me cut dubplate, I kill him. Because me and him are no friend. You know what I mean? As me tell you, so that's my mentality. Once you violate, me kill you. But I'm not killing like Mad Squad sound, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's my sound, that's my brand too.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, but him got Froggy pan dub, because I voice for him as Froggy already.
All right.
Well, we voiced at the time it was us.
All right.
But since him part ways, now I'm not doing a dub for him, because you know what I mean? It's one of them things, man.
All right. All right. So, Edward Ohinijan, aka Eddie Ranks of Nexus Sound System, said, Lagazee, you are not ready for the road. 200 dubs? All right. That was...
No, the 200 dubs was a minimum for Mad Squad. Listen, mate, Lagazee, the amount of millions of dollars we spend on dubs, and at the time, I'm telling you,
yeah,
our dubs them value more than what we pay, because of my popularity and my long-standing relationship with a lot of artists, Bounty Killer and all these people. We was getting dubs for a little bit and nothing. You know? Sometimes we stopped taking the dubs because we start running out of money to cut the dubs. We were getting more dubs than we can cut off.
Wow.
So sometimes we was like, all right, that's enough.
All
this
right.
one time we bought Cartel, and Cartel gave us like 18, 19 dubs for free. Like, just vice. You know what I mean? Some sound right now have 19 Cartel in a them box. Me vice 19 one time. And me vice him more than 30 times.
Wow.
So that just be a number. Sometimes I would never vice less than 6 dubs from Vibes Cartel at any given time.
All
and
right.
every week I used to vice 4 to 6 brand new Cartel, brand new Bounty, brand new Elephant, brand new. Because it was like a show, man. I tell you.
I am waiting for the day I'll wake up in the morning and I'll open my email and I'll get like 19 dubplates from Badda General for Lagazee Sound
Yeah, man,
International.
but that's possible because I am Badda General good. You know what I mean? So if you are going anywhere and anybody violate King Lagazee, them dead. Lagazee and Badda General we'll go far away around our one place.
Definitely.
Remember, Lagazee been interviewing me and playing my music before Badda General even born, you know. Remember Froggy Mad Squad.
Definitely.
Those are Lagazee start playing for me.
Definitely.
So sound boys, careful. No one, no.
Easy.
All right, so coming from FA watcher all the way from the UK, Fine Wine Sound and Fine Wine Promotion. She said, ask him how many rhythms has he built now as we hear from his songs he drops.
I'm going to be honest with you, you know, well, F.A. Lagazee can tell you this. I voice 2-3 songs a day. Sometimes, I'm pretty sure them tired of me on them WhatsApp sometimes because I keep sending music left, right, and center. That's just how I do. I make so much music and have so much rhythms that I stopped counting a long time ago. I cannot put a number on it. It's too much.
All right. All right. So F.A., he said he can't put a number upon it. So 43 got into the R2. Now, on Asaase Radio, let's talk about the album Oye Deh.
Yes, sir.
Badda, tell me about Oye Deh. How come Oye Deh?
Well, it's the slang I took on. Oye Deh! That's my it's like my tagline, you know, what I use. You know, when you hear me or you see me, that's what you're going to see. All my shirt, them everything when I wear when I go up on the road, I just Oye Deh, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like my own little man. My tagline. Like when you hear Bounty Killer, you hear, hey yo! That's just Oye Deh. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and at the time I just say, you know what? Why not promote my brand as a body of work? So I entitled my album Oye Deh. And majority of the songs on it, I have like 19 songs on it, or 18 songs or something like that. 19 songs. All of them, as it started here, Oye Deh! Yeah, so it's my thing, my slogan. So I had to put it as the title of my album. And this is the first time I'm really putting together. Well, I did the Money Up project, which was 10 songs, which in retrospect, 20 years ago, that would have been an album, a full-length album, 10 tracks. But in nowadays, a 10-track album is not really an album, it's more like an EP. But it is a little bit more than an EP. So I call it the Money Up, the project, Money Up project. So I dropped that project. So this was the first time now I'm actually sitting down and making music for an album. So that's why I have so much. I made like 40, 50, 60 songs to try to pick out 12. So I ended up pick out 19. You know what I mean? So I have so much songs, Lagazee. And that's the outcome of the Oye Deh.
All right. Yeah. So now, looking into the album now, anybody, all my listeners across the country and via the internet and also Facebook, is on all digital platforms. You just have to type the name Badda General, Oye Deh, and trust me, you will find it. Badda, to all those who don't have access to the album yet, I would like to know how many artists did you feature on it? I was thinking like how you were close to Win Wonder and all that. I could see a feature of Win Wonder on it, but okay, all right. So there is one Win Wonder, Win Wonder and Galaxy P on it.
Yeah, song title Jump with Win Wonder and Galaxy P, which Galaxy P and me and Win Wonder, we are like really close. When I whisper, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So and Galaxy P is featured on Jump. Liquid is featured on the album also, which me and him, we from way back, both from the same city, we do a lot of music together. In the lockdown, me and him do enough for the song, even the barrel. Shout out to Shatta Wale and the whole of Ghana, gave me a strength and the barrel remix with Style C and me and Liquid. Also on the album, we have Singer J on the album. You know what I mean? Big up to Singer J. We have a couple of features on the album. Not too much, but enough to all our vibes. You know what I mean?
All right.
But, yeah, man. I hate that. Oh, yeah.
Easy. Badda General. So, Badda, now, are we to look forward for videos from this particular album?
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. I have videos, videos, on top of videos. You know what I mean? Videos. Big up to every single body, but me I tell you, I did Mr. Take It Back video already. It's out there, so you can go pre for the listeners out there. And I'm also getting ready to shoot the video for the bakery with me, Rain Civil. Rain Civil is an artist from Jamaica, really, really great artist from Jamaica, female, and she is also the baby mother of Bugle, the artist.
Okay.
And she's an artist in her own right. She did a lot of collaborations too with a whole lot of people. Sean Paul and Mavados and all these great people. And you know what I mean? She and Badda General have a thing named The Bakery. Now the Bakery is one of them bun songs,
Definitely.
Getting cheated and are cheating. But yeah, that song now is doing really good on TikTok and these places where a lot of people making videos of themselves doing a rendition of the song. So yeah, we definitely have to shoot that video. And my phone has been ringing off the hook. People offered me to shoot the video for me for free.
Wow.
So it is definitely going to get done.
Nice. So let me read one and two messages from Facebook, and then I'll come back to Badda General, and then we'll wrap it up. It's 49 going into the hour, 2 p.m. on Asaase Radio. My name is King Lagazee. Easy. My producer, Narubawa, in the studio. Junior Maestro is online. Benedict Jaffes and Bob Africa producing online as well. Easy. I have Joseph Amma as the technician on duty putting everything together, making sure that we look crisp and live.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, man. So, FA Watcher says, don't worry, Badda General and Lagazee. I will help to count. But I love Badda General. So humble, and anytime I need 45 from him, he will send it to me. Badda General. Oye Deh.
Yes,
Easy.
sir. Oi.
Yeah, man. All right, so Badda says the bakery video, people want to shoot for him for free and all that.
Yeah.
And we give thanks. We've seen the progress of Badda General from strength to strength, from being a sound man, from killing sound systems and all that. And now his dubplates are doing magic. Badda, how do you feel? Let me ask you this. How do you feel when, you cut a custom dubplate for a sound and they play it and the whole place ram?
Well, it's definitely a good feeling. No joke. I'm gonna tell you, sir. It's always been. You see something where, like, remember, see, I selected days me a forward from. So
Yeah.
I have seen, like, a man, even myself, play a bounty killer or whoever, and the way you shell the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I wonder, I wonder if they're going to have a song or lock the place like that, and then boom. So to see it, at first it was great, still is, but it's not so frightening again like one time, because it start become like a regular thing.
All right.
So you just try to keep up the standard and do great work, you know what I mean?
All right. So what do you make of people who try to compare you in terms of custom? Because it's like, Badda General now, you have stepped into the dubplate custom line that, your customs are doing magic in clashes. So what do you make of people comparing you to Tarantula, Mass Spider?
Well, I mean, I don't have no problem with it, I don't have no problem with it. Tarantula is a great friend, like a brother, so it's all good. It's all good. And he is the one that, what more say, more find the word. He's the one who are basically craft the whole custom thing, in a sense where it's not him flipping like a regular song, like your advice, a bounty killer, a regular song, and you call somebody name in the song.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing this from scratch. So everything what I'm doing is like from scratch. And being around him and we doing music together and producing together, you get an insight of it. So, you know what I mean? So, I don't have no problem. Tarantula, I'm a general, man, my brother, man. Good, man.
All right. All right. We give thanks and praise to the Almighty. 53 gone into the 2. Badda, before I leave you finally on the line, the album Oye Deh, I know, is out there already, and people should go check it out. We've spoken about the video that a lot of videos are coming out and all that. What should apart from that, what exactly should people look forward in terms of this particular album from Badda General?
Well, the album is just a vibe, you know what I mean? It's a vibe. It's a vibe, a mixture of music. For the first time on a compilation project, I have some reggae music, you know what I mean? Because a reggae alone shall live, dance all good and everything, but the real music, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I have a few reggae tracks on there, but most part of the humor side of Badda General, you know what I mean? The Mr. Take It Back and the whole of them good thing there. What the ladies them love to hate me for, but them like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
And also this year I'm looking forward to collaborating with a few of my artists, linking them from crossover in the continent of Africa. They too we'll build some bridges musically, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Do some more work. Unity is strength. So that's something there,
All right. Eduardo Hinijang from Nexus Sound System. Look like people are really interested in this dubplating. He said, can he tell us how he does the live dubs, please?
I can't give up my secret, man. Anytime you can get the recipe from the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken, then me give you my secret to my recipe. Can't give up my recipe. Big up next to sound, because you don't know. Big up our sound system. And I must say, sound system is definitely one of my main supporters. All selectors, all sound people. You know what I mean? They're supported by the general from the beginning. So I must say enough respect and love. Big up to the promoters. Because this 23, I'm looking to be on the road more than last year. But you don't know. Nothing up before the time. Badda General. Just check the platforms, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, the TikTok, Snapchat, anything. Badda General. Just search Badda General. You find me, I will make things happen.
Badda, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space.
Easy.
King Lagazee, you know, from day one, man. How you do, man? Big up the whole Ghana, big up the whole Kenya, big up the whole of the coast. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Here's what I found.
Big up on yourself. Badda General say, Oye Deh.
Respect and manners every time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me beat out some Badda General songs before I move from the house. This is Asaase
right.
Radio. My name is King
Big up
Lagazee.
everybody in the house.
Blessed.
Easy. Straight born.
I can't believe how them thing they are say.
You're lucky. You feel like you are gonna day and have me